Good day everyone, I am Ira Romero. In this video presentation, we are going to talk about the brief history of science and technology. First, let's talk about the historical antecedents of science and technology. First, we have an ancient period, and it was divided into three periods. First is the Stone Age, which is the first technological age in human history, na mailalarawan sa pamamagitan ng paggamit ng mga kasangkapang bato. And here are some technologies or inventions from the Stone Age. Hammer stones, clay stones, hand axes, spears, and other tools used as weapons, and stone art. And now, may I call on Ms. Santos to continue the discussion.
Thank you, Ma'am Ira. I am Cesare R. Santos, your reporter. And now let's talk about the Bronze Age and some technologies or invention from the Bronze Age. First, the Bronze Age was a time in prehistory that lasted from 300,300 BC to 1,200 BC from bronze use. The Bronze Age was characterized by the production of the metal bronze, an alloy or copper and tin. And so I have here some examples of technologies or invention from the time in Bronze Ages. First is soap. The second one is umbrella. The Egyptians primarily utilized parasols to protect themselves.
I am Marc-Anthony B. Reyes from UPED 4C. Thank you, Ms. Santos. Up next, we are now entering Iron Age, which began around 1200 BC or before Christ. And these are some of the technologies and inventions in this age. We have iron swords, alphabet, plows with the iron tips, water wheel, iron cannons, stone cannonballs, pottery wheel, vessels, and etc. Ms. Romero, please take over.
Thank you, Mr. Reyes. Now, let's proceed to the Middle Ages, na kung saan ay karaniwang nakasentro sa paglikha o paggawa at pagpapaunlad sa teknolohiya o mga pagpapaunlad sa arkitektura. And here are some inventions during the Middle Ages which we still use today. The printing press, mechanical clock, paper money, eyeglasses, and gunpowder. Next, may I call on Ms. Santos to continue the discussion.
And now let's talk about the modern era and some technologies or invention from the time of modern era. The modern era is a phase in human history that began in the 20th century, beginning with the era following at the end of the First World War. So I have here some examples of technologies or invention from the time of modern era. First is the mobile phone. Second is Wi-Fi in the 1990s. Wi-Fi is sometimes known as wireless definitive technology to use wireless connection to the internet. WLAN or wireless local area network is another name for it.
Thank you. We are done with the world history of science and technology. This time we will talk about the history of science and technology in our country, which is the Philippines. In pre-Spanish Philippines, scientific knowledge is observed in the way they plant their crops that provide them food, in taking care of the animals to help them in their daily tasks. During the Stone Age in the Philippines, archaeological findings show that modern man from Asian mainland first came over the land across the narrow channels to live in Batangas and Palawan around about 48,000 BC or before Christ. During this age, Filipino ancestors made a simple tools and weapons of stone flakes and later developed method of sewing and polishing stones around 40,000 BC. And then the occurrence of Iron Age began from the 3rd century BC to 11th century AD. During this age, Filipinos were engaged in structural smelting and refining of iron from ores. And this practice leads them in making various inventions such as building boats for trading purposes and weaving cotton, same as making glass ornaments. There is a record that serves as a reference that there is irregular trade relations between the Philippines, the China, Vietnam, and that had been well established from the 10th century to the 15th century AD or after that. Before the Spaniards, Filipino already engaged in activities and practice related to science, forming primitive of first wave technology. And that's all, everyone. The brief history of science and technology in the world and in our country, the Philippines. Once again, I am Mark Anthony B. Reyes from BPED Force.
I hope you learned anything from it and find those knowledge and interesting. I am Cesare R. Santos.
And I'm Ira Romero.
Thank you everyone. God bless and have a nice day.